Stop. Do not skip a single second of this video. If you lack the patience to watch this till the end, you lack the discipline to survive in the market. Today, I am giving you the ultimate blueprint. One skipped part means one lost fortune. Watch every second or leave now. Most of you are not traders. You are victims in waiting. You enter the market with hope, the most expensive emotion in the world. While you sit there, staring at a 1-minute candle, feeling safe in the slow movement, the giants are already gone. They have already eaten. You are left with the bones. The 1-minute chart is a graveyard of retail dreams. It is slow enough to make you feel comfortable, but fast enough to trap you in a lie. Today, we kill that comfort. I am moving you from the 1-minute crawl to the 5-second strike. I will show you why I am never going back to the slow death of traditional time frames. You are about to stop being the prey and start being the predator. Pattern interrupt. The market does not give gifts, it only takes tributes from the weak. 2. The predator's philosophy. The Livermore mindset. Visual. Black and white archival footage of 1920s Wall Street. The silhouette of Jesse Livermore. Sitting at a mahogany desk, staring at a ticker tape. Narrator. Jesse Livermore didn't trade stocks. He traded human psychology. He knew that the tape doesn't lie, but the people reading it do. The market is a battlefield where the only weapons are price and time. Livermore's greatest secret wasn't a magic indicator, it was the realization that the big money is not made in the frantic clicking of a mouse. It is made in the sitting, but to sit tight, you must enter with absolute precision. The 5-second chart is the microscope that allows us to find the exact pivotal point where the balance of power shifts. If you are trading on the 1-minute chart, you are seeing the explosion after it happens. On the 5-second chart, we see the spark. 3. The sniper's entry. Technical execution and the footprints of giants. Visual. High-tech blue-tinted chart interface. 5-second candles forming with intense speed. Fibonacci levels glowing like laser beams. Narrator. We do not look for patterns. Patterns are for children. We look for pivotal points, the points of no return. When price approaches a level of historical significance, the 1-minute chart shows you a single boring candle. But look over there. Sir, under the 5-second lens, that single candle is a war. We see the heavy volume, the footprints of the giants absorbing every sell order. We see the exhaustion of the weak hands. This is not technical analysis. This is financial forensic science. We wait for the shakeout. The giants drive the price down to hit your stop losses, to harvest your liquidity. The 1-minute trader panics and exits. The 5-second sniper sees the rejection in real time and enters at the absolute floor. Pattern interrupt. Your stop loss is a whale's breakfast. Stop feeding them. 4. The sitting tight law. The agony of discipline. Visual. A heavy iron safe door closing. A clock face spinning rapidly while a man sits perfectly still in a chair. Narrator. Now comes the part that kills 99% of you. The entry was the strike, now comes the sitting. The 5-second entry gives us a cushion. Because we entered at the exact turning point, the trade goes into profit almost instantly. Most of you will want to take that profit. You will feel the itch in your palms. This is your poverty mindset trying to protect its meager gains. Robert Greene taught us that everything depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Fee. In trading, your reputation is your discipline. If you exit early, you have no discipline. You must sit tight while the 1-minute traders are just beginning to notice the trend. You are already in the house money. You stay until the tape tells you to leave, not when your fear tells you to run. 5. The live execution. Life or death in the arena. Visual. Dual screen comparison. Left side. 1-minute chart. Static. Right side. 5-second chart. Aggressive movement. A trade is executed with a loud gunshot sound effect. Narrator. Observe. The price hits the 61.8% Fibonacci level. On the left, the 1-minute trader sees nothing yet. On the right, the 5-second tape is screaming accumulation, entry. We don't just enter, we conquer. As the price moves in our favor, we apply the law of pyramiding. We add to the winner. We don't average down on losers, only losers do that. We scale up. By the time the 1-minute candle closes and the retail crowd starts buying the breakout, we have already built a massive position. We are the ones selling to them at the top. We are the hidden hand. 6. The commanding outro visual. The screen goes pitch black. Only white text appears, one word at a time. Narrator: I did not make this video for your entertainment. I made it to challenge your existence in this market. You now have the choice. You can go back to the slow, comfortable lie of the 1-minute chart and wonder why you are always late. Or you can master the 5-second strike and join the predators. The market has no mercy. It has no memory. It only has winners and those who provide the liquidity for them. Which one are you? Final visual. A quote from Jesse Livermore fades in. The game of speculation is the most uniformly fascinating game in the world, but it is not a game for the stupid, the mentally lazy, the person of inferior emotional balance, or for the get-rich-quick adventurer. They will die poor. Narrator: dismissed. Visual scene. A heavy iron safe door slamming shut in slow motion. The screen transitions to a high-speed time-lapse of a clock face spinning violently, while in the center, a man sits in a high-back leather chair, perfectly motionless, eyes fixed on the horizon. The ticking of the clock becomes a heavy, rhythmic heartbeat. Narrator: now comes the part that kills 99% of you. The entry was the strike swift, cold, and calculated. But now comes the city. NG. This is where the soldier becomes a general and where the gambler is exposed as a fool. In the 5-second arena, your entry is so precise that the trade often moves into profit within heartbeats. For the amateur, this is a curse. You will feel an agonizing itch in your palms. Your heart will race, not from fear of loss, but from the desperate poverty-driven urge to lock in a small gain. This is your survival instinct trying to sabotage your wealth. Pattern interrupt. Amateurs sell to feel safe. Professionals sit to get rich. Robert Greene's Law 28 tells us to enter action with boldness. But Livermore taught us that the real boldness is staying bold when the market tries to shake you off. If you exit the moment you see a green number, you are not trading, you are begging for scraps. The 5-second entry gives you the ultimate luxury, a psychological cushion, because we entered at the exact pivotal point, the very spark of the move. We are playing with the house's money, while the 1-minute traders are still waiting for their slow candles to close. Visual. A 1-minute candle struggling to form, flickering indecisively, while the 5-second chart underneath shows a powerful CL. Ear trend line surging upward. You must endure the agony of doing nothing. You must watch the price fluctuate, knowing that your pivotal point is your line in the sand. Every time you feel the urge to click close, remind yourself, the big money is not in the thinking, it is not in the clicking. It is in the sitting. If you lack the stomach to watch a profit grow without touching it, leave the screen now. You are merely a donor to the elite. On the 5-second chart, we don't just capture a move, we own it. We sit tight until the tape, the only source of truth, screams that the move is over. Until then, you are a statue of iron. Pattern interrupt. Conviction without patience is just a slow way to go broke. Visual scene. The screen splits. On the left, a 1-minute chart moves like a sluggish beast, candles barely flickering. On the right, the 5-second chart is a jagged electric lifeline of pure momentum. A loud metallic clink sounds the safety being switched off a rifle. Narrator: enough theory. Let us step into the kill zone. Observe the 1-minute chart on your left. To the untrained eye, it looks like a consolidation. It looks boring. It looks safe. But look at the 5-second tape on the right. The giants are moving. Visual. A massive red sell volume bar appears on the 5-second chart, followed immediately by an even larger green buy bar that swallows the previous price action. Narrator: watch this. The price hits the 61.8% Fibonacci level, a level most of you use as a suggestion, but I use as a law. On the 1-minute chart, the candle hasn't even finished forming. But on the 5-second chart, we see the stop hunt. The institutions have just driven the price down to trigger the retail stop losses. They are harvesting liquidity. They are eating your lunch. Pattern interrupt. They want your fear. Feed them your precision instead. Entry. The gunshot sound echoes as the order is filled at the absolute bottom of the wick. Now, look at the difference. As the price begins to surge, the 1-minute trader is just now thinking, maybe I should buy the breakout. By the time they click, we are already up 20 pips, but we don't stop there. We apply the law of pyramiding. As the price breaks the first local high on the 5-second chart, we don't take profit, we double down. We add to the winner. We are not averaging down on a losing trade like a desperate gambler. Blur praying for a bounce. We are scaling up like a king expanding his empire. Visual. The trade size indicator on screen rapidly increases from 1.0 lot to 5.0 lots as the price climbs. By the time that single 1-minute candle finally closes green and the technical traders start jumping in, we have already built a massive fortified position. We have already moved our stop loss into profit. While the crowd is just starting their journey, we are already planning our exit. We are the hidden hand that sells to them at the top. This isn't a trade, it's a conquest. Pattern interrupt. Retail traders buy the news. We buy the shakeout visual scene. The screen fades to pitch black. A single, cold white light illuminates a ticking metronome on a desk. The sound of the market ticker tape machine begins to slow down until it stops with a heavy, final thud. High-contrast white text begins to bleed onto the screen, one word at a time. Narrator. I did not make this video for your entertainment. I did not make it to help those who seek a comfortable hobby. I made it to challenge your very existence in this arena. You now stand at the ultimate crossroads. You have seen the carnage of the minute graveyard, and you have seen the surgical lethality of the 5-second strike. The retail delusion is over. You can no longer pretend that being slow is being safe. Visual. A final high-speed montage of the masterclass highlights the 5-second entry, the pyramid scaling, the sitting tight flashing for split seconds like a fever dream. Narrator. Robert Greene warned. Concentrate your forces, Jesse Livermore warned. The market is never wrong, opinions often are. Today, I have given you the discipline to concentrate your forces and the eyes to see the market's truth. Do not ask me for more tips. Do not look for shortcuts in the comments. If you have the soul of a predator, you will go back to the beginning of this video, you will study every frame, and you will master the 5-second tape until it speaks to you in the language of pure profit. The market has no mercy. It has no memory. It does not care about your bills, your dreams, or your effort. It only recognizes two types of people: those who command the price and those who provide the liquidity for the commanders. Which one are you? Visual. The screen goes dark. A final quote from Jesse Livermore fades in slow. Lie in elegant gold serif font. The game of speculation is the most uniformly fascinating game in the world, but it is not a game for the stupid, the mentally lazy, the person of inferior emotional balance, or for the get-rich-quick adventurer. They will die poor. Narrator, whispering, the hunt begins now. Dismissed. Visual. Screen turns to static, then black. Visual scene. Low-angle shot of a sleek, dark office overlooking a city at night. No lights are on except for the soft blue glow of 6 monitors. A hand reaches out and closes a laptop lid with a definitive click. The screen goes to a deep oxblood red. Narrator, you are still here. That means one of two things. You are either a slow learner or you are the 1% I was talking about. Most people watch a video like this and look for a setting or a magic indicator. They want the fruit without the roots. But you've stayed through the warnings, the philosophy, and the slaughter. You've earned the final secret, the one I don't share with the masses. Pattern interrupt. Knowledge is not power. The application of cold logic is power. The 5-second strategy is not about speed, it is about perspective, while the rest of, if the world is looking at a map of the forest, the 1-minute chart, you are looking at the DNA of the leaves. You see the trend before it is born. You see the reversal before the first pro-trader has even blinked. But remember this. This level of power requires a level of discipline that will alienate you from the common man. You will no longer gamble. You will no longer hope. You will become a cold, calculating machine that waits for the market to make a mistake, and then you strike. Visual. A digital countdown timer appears on the screen, starting at 00.05 and counting down to 00 in sync with a heavy bass throb. Narrator: your training is over. Your career as a victim is dead. From this second forward, every time you look at a chart, you will see the predators and you will see the prey. Don't thank me. Prove me right. Visual. The Jesse Livermore's Trading Academy logo slowly forms out of digital smoke. No music. Just the sound of a single distant thunderclap. Narrator: go to the charts. The market is waiting to be conquered. Final blackout.